Okay. Good. There might be a bit of a delay. One moment, Young Justice fans, if you can see us, we're just making sure this works. If you can't see us, then obviously it isn't. Okay, we are live. Way! Hello, Young Justice fans. Dark Superboy here again with another video for you based on a beloved superhero series, and it is round 2 of Young Justice Quiz, the Women of Young Justice. And today I am joined by some amazing cast and crew members. First things first, the episode director and director of Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, Christina Sota.
Hi.
We have episode designer of season 3, Go Hong.
Hello, how's it going?
We have the amazing voice of Halo herself, Zira Fazal.
Hello, everybody.
We
The
have
entire quiz in that voice.
Just that exactly the entire time.
Oh, actually,
We'll
please,
see,
please.
we'll
It
see.
was my birthday 10 days ago. Can I have a hello?
Oh, happy birthday, Michael. I hope it was wonderful in quarantine.
Hello, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Now, last year, if you remember, I tried to introduce myself to you as saying, I'm going to be the one saying hello, Halo in a British accent. And you were like 3 attempts to realize. I was like, hello, Halo. And you
Look,
just, hello. And then it was
Michael,
hello, Halo. You did
I'd
it
had a lot of ice cream that day.
And then hello,
There was
Halo,
a lot going on.
And then your face exploded.
Well, I remembered all the awesome efforts you were doing to raise awareness for a charity with, at Comic-Con. So it was so great to meet you.
Yes. Oh, sorry, we are getting a bit distracted. And we also have Ariel Horn, Young Justice and writer. But we have an amazing guest with us, the fan competition winner, Taylor Brooke. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, there she is.
How's it feel being with all these people, Taylor?
Oh, it's amazing, wonderful, like a dream come true. I've never done anything like this, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, your video was very convincing. Anyone who is willing to stay up all night to enjoy Young Justice right until the moment it gets cut from Netflix certainly deserves to be on this, particularly in your ladies and gentlemen, this woman is being brave enough to potentially storm a tornado for us. So that's a superhero there if I know one.
Totally.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do is give a few minutes for everyone to sign up. Hopefully a few other cast members may make an appearance in the comment section, as happened last time. So we will have a few minutes. Unfortunately, these lovely ladies can't discuss anything to do with season 4, no matter how much you want them to. So I have prepared a few questions for us to break up the meantime. So, Christina, after the amazing release of Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, there was a bit of a question most of us fans watched, and that was there was a second Wally West in this version. There was the African American version. Now, in previous movies with the introduction of the Teen Titans versus Justice League, there was the original Wally West design. Why have we got 2 designs? Is that for a plot, or is that just because of...
I think, I really hope I don't get in trouble for this. I think it was just James Tucker really wanted to try and get the African American Wally West in. We had tried to get him in for Judah's contract, but I think we decided to go with the more iconic Kid Flash. But I think they had just switched the character in the comics at the time. And so we have that design lying around, and we're like, oh, well, might as well put it in. So I think that was what it was.
And that, of course, the original Wally that was put in during Judah's contract was voiced by Young Justice, Wally West, Jason Speeder. Excellent job there. Although I was a bit confused with why he had blue eyes instead of the greeny grey as usual. But I shall if you can't go into it, we shall digress from that. I'm hoping.
Yeah, color was after I'd rolled off, so.
I'm kind of still fingers crossed for a Wally West voiced by Jason Spizak animated movie. So I'm putting it out there, fans. One fan would like to see it.
I second that one too. I love him as Wally West. He's so good.
Yeah.
As long as we can get him back, voice a character, doesn't matter what, just get him back.
I think it should be a two-hander with Forager and Wally West talking to each other.
Yes. That would
My
be
heart's
the dream
hurting
come
a bit.
Characters speaking to each other has already happened before with season 3 with Zero.
Yes, it has. Yes.
Which now Greg Wiseman has a tendency to have people kiss each other in real life. So what, were you kissing your own hand at that point? Or
I think I kissed my hand. I'm pretty certain that's how we got the sound, just so it was the impact of something against lip. Yeah, that was a moment for sure.
I think we're having a bit of a time delay with Zero. She's
Oh no.
She's doing an amazing ventriloquist effect. Oh,
no, it's actually she's being a Martian. That's what it is. It's like
she'll tap into the Speed Force.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Just every now and then.
I love the ability super speed.
Yeah, sorry. There's some kind of lag on my end, I think, where the audio and video aren't quite synced up. But I think I'm back on track.
Yes,
now.
you're back. Yes,
except that your response is the exact same time as when I ask, so that's okay.
Okay, good.
You just got a little Wally West super speed every now and then.
I love it. He is with us.
Yes,
Jason's
a little bit.
Okay. But thank you. Moving on now, Brooke. I'm giving you the chance here. You have some lovely ladies here from Young Justice. What question would you like to ask them?
I have no idea. I wasn't prepared to ask my own questions.
Okay, so I'll come up with one more, and then Brooke, gives you some time there. Now, so far, we've had the team expand very much so in season 1 to season 2 and season 3. It's getting very large. How do you decide which characters to focus on and which characters to not focus on with such a wide, bolt of characters to draw from?
Yeah, I think at that case it'd be like if only Greg and Brandon were here, because they're the ones who basically kind of set the stage of what's going to be happening for a particular season. I think they do what's called Sarah, you were in a writers meeting, so I mean they do breakdowns per episode, but they must have just a general meeting at the beginning of just each season to kind of determine the plot lines that they want to do. Because I know that, with me and Soda, it's just a lot of the stuff that we do, which is related to our job, it's when the scripts are already written. And we start to, kind of we're just dealing with the stuff that's sort of left over when everything's already finalized. So, but like I say, I'm if Greg and Brandon were here, they would probably tell you the process a little bit about exactly what they do.
I don't know if I can answer that question.
I think it generically they'd be oh, this is kind of what we do, but yeah, it's just the result of me is when we design characters or kind of special things related to characters, it's already written out for us exactly what we need to do. There is no way that I can just add a character because I want to, despite the fact that sometimes you do, but you can't just do that because the script is the script. So
yeah, even random bystanders on the street, we have to go through a whole approval process, make sure it's not tripping something up down the road.
I did want to mention that, in all the DC animated movies, there are, if you watch Young Justice fans, there are quite a fair few appearances of character designs that are somewhat, shall we say, mirror-esque of.
No, there's straight use because, the DTVs with James were designed by Phil, so he had a whole folder of approved bystander designs. We're oh, you can use this design as a random pedestrian on the street kind of thing, because we'll have crowd scenes that we got to film. We don't have time to design a random person So there's a lot of incidentals from YJ and vice versa that get thrown in. And we sometimes will recolor them, but not always.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that we do too is like, obviously it takes a little bit longer to actually draw a whole character, but we'll take certain incidentals and be like, change up the clothes, put a hat on them, like let's try to add a little bit more diversity to it. So sometimes we'll take those models and like I said, hopefully it fits the style of what it is, because so that this, sometimes we get like incidentals and we're like, this does not fit the style, and we hope that the animation overseas turns out okay.
Them like in the far back.
Yeah,
Like,
we put them like
for now, and if you're totally off mount, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, I did a post on it. There's like 20 or so in the background if you look hard enough of Young Justice characters, and obviously Lady Shiva appeared in Young Justice first before appearing in New Apocalypse War. And may I say, Etrigan versus Lady Shiva, just absolutely hilarious of a fight.
That's the one where Etrigan is like holding her up, right? And she's just kind of dangling.
Yeah, that was boarded by Jeff Wamaster. And it was probably one of my favorite scenes to work on.
Brooke, have you got a question now? Are you ready?
Yes, I do. I guess I just would like to know, like, what really got y'all into what you do, or like, what made you start wanting to work for DC?
Zara, you want to go first?
Sure. Gosh, what really got me into, well, in terms of like the acting work I do for animation, I think what really got me intrigued into this particular style and genre of acting is I wanted to be an animator growing up. I loved cartoons. I loved comics. I wanted to study art, but I very quickly learned in college that I had a really hard time taking criticism for my drawing, which is something that you need if you're going to work as a professional artist. And I discovered that I loved the performative aspect of storytelling more. And that was something I was more inclined to want to make a career out of. So, while I do on-camera work and theatrical work as well, I love working in animation because it's that marriage with my first love of drawing and of comics. And then what attracted me to working with DC, I mean, growing up, I'm going to be honest with you, I was always a Marvel girl. I read a lot of X-Men. But as I got older, I started learning more like about DC Vertigo, which was kind of their older readers' imprint at DC Comics, and really got into the Sandman and, started getting into Alan Moore and some of like the darker takes on the DC universe. And what brought me to Young Justice was just the fortune of knowing Greg Weisman since I was a teenager, and him really being a mentor to me working in animation. I was a big fan of the show Gargoyle, and had admired Greg's work since I was a kid. So I'm really happy that Young Justice has been such a good introduction for me to the DC universe, which I never really explored much when I was a kid. Yeah.
Is this your first real DC project? YJ?
Yes, it was. Now that I think about it, yeah.
And what a great role! I mean, to have like as a starting role. I mean,
Halo, super,
right?
Grateful.
I think Halo's going to be the next Harley Quinn. Honestly.
Oh my goodness!
She was and then boom. You could have.
I just love the idea of reimagining characters and updating them, and I read the original Outsiders comics once I got cast in this show, and like, I tried to bring so much of that original Halo's personality into my take on our Halo, Young Justice's Halo. So I just love seeing characters go through iterations. And,
okay.
Yeah,
Christina,
excited for whatever the next Halo is.
Christina, what got you into DC?
Nightwing. Just kidding.
It took a while for me to discover Nightwing, okay? It was watching Batman the Animated Series when it was on Toonami back in forever ago. Like, I was a kid when it came out. and that was my first introduction. But I didn't really register much of it until I think by the time I got to college, I was like, oh yeah, I absolutely love DC superhero stuff for sure. But YJ, the first season was the first thing I ever actually worked on professionally. I was still going to school when I started, and it was what really kind of cemented it for me was, oh my gosh, I get to draw Batman. And then eventually discovered other characters because of YJ, because there's so many characters. I still don't know who half the people are. But I read comics. I started reading the comics after I started at WB, and then spiraled out from what I knew and discovered a whole bunch of other ones. I love Nightwing because of YJ actually, but I also really enjoy some of the newer characters that were introduced that don't really get much limelight. Like I really like Duke from he's like a newer Robin type. He showed up in Batman Beyond. I think Future Zen too. And Zeno and I were like, Duke! But I like how much more is in the comics too. And I hope we can get more.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about me. Yeah, for me, it's similar, the same thing. I mean, I actually did not watch Batman the Animated Series. That was actually not my first DC series. It was actually Static Shock. Everybody remembers that show.
Oh yeah, I love Static.
It's funny. I tried rewatching it, and lots of puns, lots of shocking puns everywhere. But it was kind of awful, but great at the same time. Yeah, no, it's weird because it's like watching that one. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more as a kid, but I think watching it as an adult, for me, it doesn't hold up as well as maybe some of the other things that I watched. But from then on, I think it just kind of, because they were so good at crossovers and doing all that sort of stuff, that led into Batman Beyond. And then that led into Justice League Unlimited, and just basically all these sort of iterations of just very classic shows. And the storytelling was pretty simple. And I mean, these were just kind of characters that I just like. First of all, they had really cool powers. So they're just classic. They had that legacy, the Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, and kind of everything that stemmed from those characters. It's like you had the Trinity, and then you had the Justice League, then you had from there on the Titans and the Teen Titans, and just kind of it was just all about just a collection of people who were trying to do good. And I don't know, just for some reason, it just really appeals to me. Their designs were very simple, and just like the action of these shows was good, but it had a lot of heart too. And I think that's what really attracted me to a lot of these series. And a lot of the ones like Justice League, I can watch as an adult and it still connects. It's certain things like Static Shock, I think it was just simply written for like a younger audience, but as an older person looking back at it, I just simply don't have as much fun with that sort of show as I did with stuff like Justice League. And it's funny enough, a lot of people, they kind of sleep on this show, but Batman Brave and the Bold is actually my favorite DC cartoon.
So great.
It's so good.
James Tucker. So the thing I did Justice League, Dark, Cosmic War, did Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, no, it's just very funny because it's just like I think a lot of people sleep on it, and I'm like, it's really good. Just class Dietrich Bader as Batman is unbelievable. It's so good. But like I said, I think that Static Shock I think was released like 1999 or 2001 or something around like that.
It was like the same era as like Batman Beyond.
Right. So it's been like almost 2 decades of just like watching DC series, and it's just like 2/3 of my life. And so I think it's just with that and being able to actually be on a show, because Young Justice was, I believe, like the first DC show that I worked on. Being able to work with Phil was really amazing, and to be able to actually contribute to something that has such a legacy was actually really fun. But like I said, animation was not really something that I initially wanted to get into, because I didn't realize, I think a lot of people don't realize it's an industry first, and then it's a pop culture icon. Like it's still a business. And so it's just like, for me, when I was watching cartoons, I didn't care about credits. I don't know why. It's kind of like you watch the cartoon, then I would just kind of end and start going to something else. But then, going throughout college, that's when I think that's sort of like the make or break time when people either can acknowledge that you have maybe talent to kind of go into it. Because I only ever thought about going into animation when one of my friends said, I think you could go into animation. And I was like, really? So it never occurred to me because, you know, I went to school for automotive design. I didn't design, I designed characters on the side, but I drew cars for school. So, and I don't draw cars now. So that kind of shows you how like the passion kind of supersedes what you actually study for in college. So, you know, so basically it's just like, it's the storytelling, the characters, the voice actors, just everything wrapped up into like these cartoons that made such an impact on me when I was a kid. And being able to work in animation and being them together was just really amazing. So, yeah. Okay,
so as some people have noticed, we've just lost Zira, but she's just restarting her computer. So, Ariel and Brooke, would you like to tell us how you got into the DC universe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
For me.
So, I have one of those uncles who like loves to read the comics and everything. And I was like, oh, I don't know, 8-ish. He sent me 2 DVDs to the Justice League show. And I don't remember which ones they were, but I loved them so much. And then I found Justice League and Justice League Unlimited on Netflix. So then I watched those. And after I watched those, I really just started loving DC. So then I tried to find more comics and watch more shows. And so it was really just my uncle who got me into everything. And so he still like buys me stuff and we're always talking about it together. So it was really
nice.
Without him, I probably would not have gotten so obsessed.
Does he watch Young Justice with you?
No, he actually had never seen Young Justice. I was the one who told him about it.
Nice, the tables have turned.
But he helped me really get into everything else.
Okay. Oh, she's back.
Is she? Oh, there she is.
Hopefully that restart solved all the problems.
Brooke, just come a bit closer to the mic for us, my dear. You are coming through a little bit quiet, okay? Okay, Ariel.
Me. So I grew up, I was not a superhero girl at all. I was very much the, you know, princesses, magical girl, like growing up on Winx Club, all that kind of good stuff. But I was always a writer. And Young Justice was actually, well, Teen Titans was my first foray into the animated superhero world. And that's just an incredible show. But I was still a kid when I was watching it. So it never really had that like deep effect on me that Young Justice did. And it took a while for my friend to convince me to watch Young Justice just because I'm very like I like was never really into it. I could never get into like DC or Marvel or anything like that. But like the moment, so she told me, she had hyped me up on Failsafe. So Failsafe was actually the very first episode of Young Justice that I watched, which is entirely unorthodox. But the storytelling was just so good that it sucked me in wholeheartedly. And from that point on, I was sold and I started my very deep dive into DC comics and shows lore. So then I was a very big fan when it originally came out. And then the cancellation happened, which was devastating. But I went to college. I was doing my own thing. I got my degree in psychology. And then when Young Justice came back, I don't know what sparked in me this past year, but I realized I wanted to get back into writing. So I met Eric, who owns YoungJustice.tv, and he also owns Supergirl.tv and all those other CW shows. And I don't know what even came over me because this is not who I am as a person, but I was like, Eric, listen, I don't care how you do it, but you have to put me on your site. Like, I am a writer. I will do anything you ask of me. I will submit a recap for you right now. And I did. And he hired me to be on the website, and I have been working for him ever since. I've done HarleyQuinn.tv. I have opened up my Shiro website. And it made me realize that I really love animation, and writing for animation is my dream one day. So this fall, I'm planning to take the foray into looking into becoming a production assistant.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes.
So
that's the goal.
Okay, answer for me. Now, this is going to be showing my age now. I first watched, my first DC animated episode I watched was the Batman animated TV series, Bat in the Belfry. Sorry, Bat in the Basement. And that's where like Batman gets injured and some kids find him. It's like once I've watched it with the rest of the series, it's like one of the most this is so kind of get in there to get the kids interested, and it kind of worked considering that it got me interested. But because this is pre-internet days, I never actually got to watch all of the entire season from back front. So it's like, oh, okay, that was fun to watch. Then it was the Justice League, but I started on Justice League Unlimited, so I missed out again in that complete order. And then it was Teen Titans. Again, I missed out on watching that in order. So I was like, okay, next one. Young Justice is going to be coming out. Okay, this one I'm going to watch from.
Yeah, you can't watch that out of order.
Yes. Okay, finally, cancelled. Oh. And then I persevere to try and get that started. And because of the excellent progress, like the excellent subject that was Young Justice, I started doing DeviantArt posts and comments of how I think the series ended, breaking down the trailers and the promos and stuff like that. I've gotten so good at it. I broke down who was from, just to give a Young Justice, the Justice League Dark perspective, I knew who Lois Lane was fighting just from the fingerless glove on the red fingerless glove on the right hand, just from that. Oh, she's fighting Harley Quinn, because I broke down, okay, who has a fingerless glove on the right hand, which is red? Oh, it's Harley. And that was just like off the trailer. So I can't turn it off, unfortunately. I see spoilers like weeks ahead when the episode has. It's really a curse, my intelligence. Yes, but yeah, that's got me into Young Justice, and it got me to go into events like this, and it got me to meet all of you, and I love you all for it. So
thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for everything you do for Young Justice and for the fandom and for us. Like, you're amazing.
Yes, it's not exactly easy being on the British side of things. We have a bit of a delay from, like, it's not even streamed over here, so I have to wait. I had this conversation with Jason Spizak and Greg. The loophole I got in order to watch DC Universe is when I was signing up for the Esters and all the legal stuff to come over to Comic-Con. What I did to technically purchase DC Universe in America was go to the American Embassy in London, flip open my phone, signed in there, and then it was there. So I am legitimately the only British sovereign citizen to.
You could be a super spy if you wanted to use your powers for evil, but instead you use them for good.
On that regard, can we have some British superheroes, please? I mean, one that is not a rhyming demon, a drunken Londoner, or
Yo, you need to reach out to Brennan and Greg.
Lantern would be brilliant. I've seen Aussies, we've got Muslims, we've got Mexicans, we've got everyone. Where's the British? Where's the British?
Oh, you poor British. Poor British. Never get anything. Poor England.
Does Alfred count? He's kind of a superhero in my book.
Dude, he's the best.
There are lots of British villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not all villains.
I was like, wait.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was that Jaguar commercial with what's it called? Tom Hiddleston, Mark Strong. I don't know. I mean, they straight up played that British evil agency agent thing up in that commercial.
Mark Strong is fantastic. Every villain ever.
Dumbledore. But there's tons of us that are heroes portrayed by British people.
Yes. Well, we'll definitely.
Young Justice or DC anymore. I'd like to say, we can cover your night shifts. British can obviously cover the night shifts of the American teams. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so that frees up you guys for having parties. New Year's a different time frame. You could have so many different playoffs with that. We could have discussions of cricket and baseball.
Maybe they can make one of the Roy Harper clones a British clone. Yes. I'm sure Crispin would love that.
Football?
Yeah, that would be fun. Crispin?
Oh, that'd be fun.
As a British Roy clone? Yeah, I'd love that.
If I keep on going on, my national pride will be here forever. So I think we better start now. But,
I'm honestly surprised that there's no just flag in the back waving a bag. Like, what's it called? What's it called? Get Daniel. Start waving a flag and then the back.
Do we have a flag? No. Oh no. We can do the national anthem if you like.
British pride, my butt. Sure. Where's the flag? Oh wait. Oh yes. Quiz time. Quiz time.
Pens and papers ready. Pens and papers ready. We are.
Oh yes.
On the 5 questions. Right.
Ready.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Round 1. Okay.
My pen died.
The subject is merchandise. Question 1. If you collected all the single Young Justice action figures, what building could you put together with the bonus pieces that came in the set?
Can you repeat that?
If you collected all the single Young Justice action figures, what building could you put together with the bonus pieces that came in the set?
Do we need to write this in the form of a question, like Jeopardy?
You know, what is? Yeah, no, you just write down your answer, and then when we get through all 5 questions, we'll go through the answers of what you think they are, and then we'll see if you get them right.
Okay.
Okay. Is everybody ready for question 2?
Mm-hmm.
Born ready.
Born ready. If you collected all the double Young Justice action figures, what character could you make with the bonus pieces?
Has to be somebody big.
Oh, yes. And no answers in the comment section, guys. We're just going to go wait until the end.
Oh yes, let me cover that. I have been keeping a track on those things. So
No one mentioned it.
Yeah, Dominion shouldn't be giving her a clutch.
oh, shout out to Vicky, my minion. Shout out to Kevin 11th. He's my favorite. He's my friend. He was my first friend that I made out here in Cali.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, that was the fun. But I don't know. So, do you remember, like, way back when we had that huge meetup at Moore's Delicatessen?
I went to one of them. Maybe
That
2 of them?
That final big one with the ending series with.
Yeah. I went to that one for sure. Like everyone on the crew heard about it. We're like, we should go.
Yeah, no, it's funny enough. Me and Kevin and Courtney, his wife, we were the ones who set that up. Because I was out here in California. I didn't have a TV and I didn't want to buy a TV. So I'm just like, I went on Tumblr and I'm like, does anybody have a TV I could watch Young Justice and Green Lantern the animated series? And luckily, Kevin and Courtney came through. They answered the call and I was able to watch it. They're like, we're not going to let you in our house, but there is a restaurant or like just a delicatessen that we know and we could watch it on TV. I'm like, thank you very much. So that's that's how I watched it.
Everybody ready for question 3?
Yes.
True or false? Young Justice has had a Happy Meal toy set.
I like true or false questions because it's a 50-50 chance.
There we go.
Does anybody need a repeat on that one?
There's only 2 answers for that one.
No. True or false? Young Justice has had a Happy Meal toy set.
I want a burger now.
Okay. Question 4. When first released on DVD, Young Justice Season 1 was split into how many volumes?
Can I check?
You just no.
Yeah, I'm like looking at my DVD collection. It's like, how many do I have?
When first released on DVD, Young Justice Season 1 was split into how many volumes? My brother took a guess and he got it wrong. So I'm very thrilled. We should do an episode of you watching one. Just one video of you being introduced to Young Justice as a show.
Watch one episode of Young Justice.
You should watch.
Correct.
Okay. Probably one where Halo doesn't die. Okay. Question.
It's gonna be hard to find one of those.
Ah, yes, Kenny, the Kenny of the Young Justice series. I've got a question on that coming up. And question 5. What type of toys did Leanne often play with, one of which you can now buy? For question 5.
I know that one.
Oh,
Are you sure you did the design?
I did that one. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Can you repeat the question?
What type of toy did Leanne Harper often play with, one of which you can now buy? Any repeats on any of the questions?
No.
Okay, we'll go on to the answers then. So, the question for number 1, if you collected all the single piece of Young Justice action figures, what building could you build? Christina, what did you get?
Hall of Justice.
Doe?
I did the same thing, Hall of Justice.
Zero?
Hall of Justice.
Brooke?
I said Mount Justice.
Oh, Ariel.
The Hall of Justice.
Hall of Justice is correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what?
Okay, so that was everyone besides Brooke. Question. Answer number 2. If you collected all the double Young Justice action figures, what character could you collect? Well, he always came in pieces during the series. So, Ted, what did you put down?
I honestly had no idea.
No?
I said Mongol.
Zero.
Batman.
No. Brooke?
Red Tornado.
No. Ariel?
That would
We
be
also
cool.
put Batman.
The answer is Amazo. You could put together Amazo.
Well,
Interesting.
nobody got that one.
No one got that one?
Oh, that makes the most sense though, because like even in the series, he splits up into 5 parts. Oh my god.
Okay, true or false? Young Justice has had a Happy Meal toys line. Christina?
I said true.
Doe?
True. I
Zero?
think.
True.
Brooke?
True.
Ariel?
True.
Yeah, you all got it right. Yes, there has been.
It was for
a
the
Happy
first
Meal
season,
series,
I think.
all the way back in season 1.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember us not being that impressed.
I had the Black Manta figure. That was a good
I
one.
didn't have any. They didn't do it over here.
Oh.
Again. Okay, question number 4. When first released on DVD, how many volumes of season 1 there were? What answers have we got for everyone? Christina?
I said 3.
Joe?
I said 5.
0?
3.
Really well. Brooke?
4.
Ariel?
4.
The answer is 3.
What?
I almost put 4.
This is shocking.
So
This
was that
is
Zira
shocking.
and Christina were correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Christina and Zira. Right, my brother's marking on the side, so we're keeping him.
And Molly Murphy's just written, fun fact, the Happy Meal toys were voted McDonald's Toy of the Year for their year.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh,
How lovely.
That's cute.
Should tell Brandon that.
Yes.
he probably took all the toys. He took them all. That's why you didn't get them over there. He just bought them all.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Very difficult. I when I was purchasing the comics, unfortunately, I got one comic wrong. They sent me a Zorro, so I complained about it on eBay, and then they stopped sending me the comics entirely. So I had to buy them internationally. So I had to internationally ship the Young Justice comics to Britain.
Oh wow.
Fortunately, it was the last 3 issues, so it wasn't that bad. But that's my determination to support the series and its merchandise.
Glad to hear it.
And question number 5. What type of toy did Leanne often play with, one of which you can now buy? The answer is dolls, and you can buy the Kid Flash version.
I think they're plush dolls.
Plush dolls is correct.
Mhm.
We've got that right.
I got Wally West doll.
Wally West, I would accept Wally West doll.
Okay,
And
great.
Christina,
There's
did
like
you get
Wonder
that?
Woman and Kid Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
But
It's so sad when she's like, we found Tigress for Dad. Now we got to find Kid Flash for Auntie Mo, and it's just like, oh.
I didn't get who-
Oh, it's
So
sad.
everyone got that? Yes. Did everyone get that?
I got it.
Yes.
Because they all wanted it.
Right. Yeah, I had a
My
clear
kid
advantage on that
was in
one.
the office.
So
Yeah.
next choices,
Wow.
we've got relationships, general knowledge, and the show. Let's pick Ariel. Which one would you like?
Let's do general knowledge.
Do general knowledge. Now this is normally the trickier one. So, oh yes, the scores at the moment. We think that these are correct. Currently, the scores are Christina is leading with 0 as well, both with 4 points.
Oh,
Ariel
yeah.
and Doe have 3 points, and Brooks close behind with 2 points. So we are still everything to play for in this game.
It's good to start with that category. Good pick.
And apparently, I've just been informed you're doing better than the lads did the first round. So.
Of course.
I'm shocked.
Of course.
I'm waiting for them to like come into the comments and be like,
I think that each one of Brooke's points should be doubled because of tornado bonus.
Yeah.
Tornado warning bonus.
Tornado bonus? Yeah.
Tornado bonus,
I
yeah.
was just
Oh,
trying to make something mechanical.
Well, you know what it is. It's Red Tornado. He's outside fighting crime.
oh,
That's what it is.
He's fighting Weather Wizard.
Yes. Weather Wizard or his daughter, Weather Lass. I don't know. does he have a daughter? Like he has a daughter.
I think he does.
we can't answer that question because it's in the questions coming up.
Oh shit.
General knowledge. Okay, what franchise features a cameo of Megan, Artemis, Zatanna, and Cassie in one of its DVD films? What franchise features a cameo of Megan, Artemis, Zatanna, Cassie in one of its DVD films? Everyone got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question 2. In the straight-to-DVD film Sophia, Grace and Rosie's Royal Adventure, which heroine of the team did the teenage princess dress and embody? I will give a clue. It is season 1 team.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah.
In the straight-to-DVD film Sophia, Grace and Rosie, apparently that's a thing in America, Royal Adventure, which heroine on the team did the teenage princess dress and emulate?
From the season 1 core team?
From the season 1 core team.
What do you define as core team?
Yeah.
Okay, I reduced it to a 1 in 3 chance from the entire roster. I think
That's not bad. I think I sort of.
you now will have to Google Sophia, Grace, and Rosie now, Royal Adventure, because I was like, fun fact. Oh, this came up when season 2 got cancelled, and then they were doing this in coordination because they had a lot of that character's stuff in the background. She full on dressed as that character. So, Brooke, are you nodding because you know?
I watched that movie
Oh,
and they mentioned the show so many times, and then
Wow.
later when I first watched Young Justice, I was like, hey, this character was in the movie. So that's probably
I'm so relieved someone knows that. I was like, okay, are they going to even get that?
well, look, we got a
That's awesome.
33% chance.
Yeah.
Everybody, 33% chance, except Brooke. She
Question
knows.
3. This is calling back from the last quiz. Which year did Young Justice Invasion air? And I'm going to re-say this again. Young Justice Invasion air. Because last time everyone heard me, you're completely wrong.
I heard outsiders, okay?
Outsiders. Zero didn't hear it.
I heard you say Outsiders, and I was shocked that nobody knew when their series aired.
People were thinking that they completely forgot Invasion. Yes. Which year did Young Justice Invasion air? Okay. Question 4. Which female supervillain was revealed by Greg Wiseman to be less than 2 when the series began and is still less than 10 in season 3?
Female supervillain?
Female supervillain. Which Greg Wiseman revealed... sorry, let me start from again. Which female supervillain was revealed by Greg Wiseman to be less than 2 when season 1 aired and less than 10 when season 3 aired? Okay, question 5. Everyone ready?
Sure.
I just need a... Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Question 5. What is the secret message hidden in the episode titles of Young Justice Outsiders?
Why? These questions.
Oh, shoot.
I know, like everyone who worded was like,
I'm just thinking about... I can't say it. Never mind.
shush, Sarah, shush.
When the answer's revealed. Okay. Anybody need any repeats on any of the questions? No? No? Okay, we'll go to the answers then. Right. What franchise features a cameo of Megan, Artemis, Zatanna, and Cassie? Specifically, it was the WrestleMania Mysteries. It was Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
Scooby-Doo WrestleMania, the first
shit.
one.
Earlier in the comments.
Thought it might
Matt
be
Bordnave was the one who drew them in, and he was boarding last season of YJ.
Did you know that, Soda?
I did.
So who got that right? Show of hands. Ariel, Brooke, and Sota. Okay. Question 2. In the straight-to-DVD film Sophia Grace and Rosie's Royal Adventure, which heroine on the team did the teenage prisoners dress? Did the teenage princess dress and emulate? Sota, what have you got? 1 in 3 chance here.
Zatanna?
Joe?
Miss Martian?
0.
I wrote down Zatanna, then crossed it out and wrote Rocket.
Brooke?
Artemis.
Ariel?
Zatanna.
The correct answer is Brooks got it right. It is Artemis.
Yay!
Should have known. It would have never been the green person. It would have never been the
That's
green person.
awesome.
And if you want to see a female princess dressed up as Artemis singing the song Can't Touch This, go and see that movie.
Oh my god.
Did Brooke was the only one who got that right because she watched the film.
We put WWE, does that count?
If you put I said franchise specifically, so if you put it just Scooby-Doo, that's enough of an answer. Sorry, answering the comment section. Question 3. Which year did Young Justice Invasion air? Christina?
2012?
No?
2013?
0?
2012.
Brooke?
2010.
Ariel?
2012.
The answer is 2012.
Yay!
So that is so Christina, Zira, and Ariel. Okay, and I was going to be very ashamed of you, Zira, if you hadn't got that one right.
Excuse me, I wasn't in the show then.
No, but you were in the quiz last week, and then you wrote.
That's true. That's true. Phew.
Okay. Question 4. Which supervillain was revealed by Greg Wiseman to be less than 2 in season 1, but less than 10 in season 3? Devastation.
Oh.
Because she was forged by the Greek gods. I don't know her full backstory.
Oh, okay.
But she was forged
Okay.
by the Greek
Yeah.
gods,
Okay. Yeah.
and
I
therefore
have so many questions now.
Can I tell you what my answer was?
So yes, answers. Christina, what did you have?
I put mist. I was just guessing.
Who?
Mist.
Mist.
Mist. Oh,
She's not a
wow.
villain, right?
She was a
She was
super
kind of
villain.
a villain, but I don't know.
Doe,
I had no answer.
you had no answer.
I couldn't think. I just like blanked completely.
Zero, what did you have?
The one in that episode at the amusement park.
That's not enough. Hang on, was that even the right? Yes.
No, it's not even devastation. What devastation was devastation at the when they went to the black market fight where they picked up Tara? Was she there?
Yeah,
She might have been
Okay.
there, yeah.
Yeah, she was there, and then
That's what I meant. Amusement park.
I thought you meant the amusement park where the princess kicks Simon and the Nads.
That is the one I meant.
What did you put down?
I had no idea. None.
You had an Ariel.
Yeah, I had a big fat question mark.
So did anyone get that right? Zero.
No.
That was the
That's
closest.
the first zero you've all got, so you might be doing better than lads. Oh, here's something we have that you don't. We have the Eurovision Song Contest. You don't.
Oh,
have
I've
that.
heard of it.
Oh, I saw the Russian one. The Russian one, there was a video of like the Russians, and it was actually pretty fun.
Mm.
They were just like moving their knees.
Have you guys
over-
won yet?
I don't know if we're having it.
What?
We has Britain won? Yeah, Britain's won multiple times.
Huh.
Not recently. I don't think. I don't know if even I've been alive when that happened, but it's a lot. I have, yeah.
Do you guys have the masked singer?
We do. Yeah.
We do. We
Fun
all.
fact: our very own Jesse McCartney was just revealed as the turtle.
Mhm.
That was like ages ago. I remember you sending me that video before I even knew that the show was there. You're like, pretty sure this is Jesse McCartney.
Well, we also gave you Lord of the Rings. You gave us and Harry Potter. You gave us Twilight, but let's not
To
get
each their own. To
They
each their
filmed
own.
that in my hometown.
Oh, really?
Twilight?
One scene, apparently, yeah. I grew up in Portland, so they had some filming there. A lot of it up in Washington.
Okay. So let's see. We have 2 rounds left. We have the show, and that was the end of that round. Yes.
What was the
Question.
last question?
Last question.
Sorry, I've done it again. I did it last time. Question 5. What is the secret message hidden within the episode titles of Young Justice Outsiders? Christina, what did you put?
Prepare
then-
the anti-life equation. Or
Prepare the anti-life equation. Doe,
Mhm. Same thing.
Zira,
Prepare the anti-life equation.
Brooke.
I could not think of it. All that kept going in my mind is we're all outsiders, just over.
Ariel?
Yeah, prepare the anti-life equation.
So everyone but Brooke got that one.
Right.
this should have been "We Are All Outsiders."
Yeah.
So all right, you're doing it.
Oh, outsiders.
You got Artemis right, so you're probably still even. Okay. And we are down to round 3. Now let's give Zira. You have the choice between relationships or the show.
Relationships.
Relationship.
Now kiss.
Now there are a few multi-point answers on this one. So
Multi-point.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Relationships. Question 1. Dick Grayson has had multiple romances in the series. 1 point for each romance you can name.
Okay.
Can I just double check? Don't just get one answer correct.
Joe, just to double check, did you get 1 question right in the entire last round?
Yes.
So,
It's just to check Joe. Only one, right? Yeah.
Salt in the wound.
Damn it, Daniel. Why?
keep track and we won't have to answer those questions. Oh, we don't have the scores after round 2.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right. The end of round 2, the scores are Sota in the lead with 7 points.
Woo.
Zira and Ariel are joint second with 6 points. It is 2 o'clock in the morning here, people. Please be understanding.
Second points.
We'll have 4 points each. So it's a joint second and third.
It's anybody's game,
It's
really.
anybody's game right now, yeah.
It's mine. It's my game.
Technically, it's my game.
Oh, touche.
Okay. Okay, so question 1 was Dick Grayson has had multiple romances in the series. 1 point for each one you can name. You can go from the series and the comic.
That sounds like a long and complicated life.
Yeah, to quote Wally West, he is a dog.
Yes.
Shout out to Checkmate 30 in the chat. It's a good thing Emily isn't here, otherwise she would win by a mile. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
I just want to give Emily a shout out because she graduated this week.
Oh yeah, she's graduating.
Oh
right?
yeah, happy graduation, Emily!
I think she's actually graduated. This is for the party. So
Oh.
tonight's party
Yeah, that's the more
is
important ceremony. It's like I think it's tomorrow night.
Okay, question 2. Back to one of our favorite ones. These name the couples represented by these fanship names. 1 point for each one. For example, Super Martian is Superboy and Miss Martian.
What?
Yes, I know it's super tricky, that one.
Is the question to guess the couples or guess the ship name?
No, I give you the ship name. You've got to guess the couples that are related to them. For example, the first one is Chalant.
Chalant?
Chalant.
Well, I have an educated guess at the heart of that. I'm the right one. I've never even watched it.
Daniel is taking a guess, having never watched it. Okay, the next one is Trot. Get Trot.
Can you spell that?
Traught. Are we ready for the next one?
Sorry.
Okay, the next one is Frostbite.
Oh, I know this one, maybe.
I gotta remember how to pronounce it. Okay, the next one is Snabazel.
Could you repeat that?
Snabazel.
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 Definitely.
And final one is Bird Flash. Bird Flash.
I think I got most.
What's the first one again? First one is Chalant. Okay. So Chalant, Trot, Frostbite, Snabazel, and Bird Flash. Okay. Question 3. In the episode Home Fires, how many kids were at the party? As kids are normally the result of good relationships.
Oh.
I just need the number, not the name.
Oh. Can I do an impression of one of the kids at the party?
Oh, I think I know which one that you're gonna do.
You may do it.
I'm just gonna shoot.
Hello, the lucky man who is dating Zira.
He's making me tea. He's been stuck with me for 3 months in here.
And you all together, that's a good sign.
Yeah, but you're feeding him awesome food, so I think
That's
it's a
true.
fair deal.
It's pretty good arrangement.
Oh, hang on, I've just got to ask, if he's making tea as an Englishman, is he putting the milk in first or the tea bag?
We're actually having herbal tea,
You
so
saved
no
it.
milk.
Okay, you saved yourself there.
Wait, how do you do it? You put the tea bag in first, right?
You put the bag in, then the water, then the milk.
Absolutely. That's how we do it.
I don't even drink tea, but I know how it's made.
Oh, you don't drink tea?
No,
I do not drink tea.
I don't actually like the taste of tea. It's a bit of an irony, but I know how to make it. Strangely
As
enough,
is tradition.
that's the reason why I make the tea most of the time, because I don't drink it, so I end up making it. Okay, has anyone taken a guess on how many kids?
I want the impression.
Someone in the chat's asking if you could repeat it though.
The question was in episode Home Fires, how many kids were at the party? And Zero was going to give us an impression of one of them.
Do it. Go ahead. I know which one. I think I know which one you're gonna do.
You've got a baby in there.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. It's a little baby.
Here's a follow-up question. Are we counting the one that hasn't been born yet?
No, we are not counting the one
Oh,
that
good
born.
call.
But good call. Those
Those that
outside
count.
of their mother's womb.
You said outside.
Sorry, what was that?
Did you say that counted or only?
No,
those?
it doesn't count. Outside, unless she went to the neighbor that moment and had the kid there, that doesn't count.
The child outsiders.
I mean, with such a deep, resonant voice awakening it, she might have gone into labor.
Mhm.
Okay, and next question is, how many times did Wally forget Valentine's Day?
Oh,
And we're not including the spirity ghost of Wally illusion. So from the last time he physically was here and said it to Artemis.
But didn't he actually remember that one?
That's the trick. That's the part of the question.
all right. I know I got it right then. I know I got this right.
It's the wording. The wording matters of how he said it. So that gives you the answer. And last but no means least, what members of the Runaways became a couple?
The Runaways.
Oh,
That was season 2.
okay. Oh, shit.
Does anybody want any repeats?
Can you repeat that last one, actually?
What members of the Runaways became a couple?
Thank you.
I don't quite understand Tiffany's. Does Bart or Kid Flash count for the last question?
Well, Bart was never part of the Runaways, though, right?
No, he was never part of
Home
it.
buyers question.
That doesn't
I
make
think they're
okay.
asking if Bart was a kid at the party.
Bart
All
has
the
a
other
kid.
kids.
Oh no, Bart does not count as a kid. No, you are correct. That is a good question. Question there. Bart does not count as a kid, even though he's the grandson of the person he's holding in his arms. No, hang on. He's the son of the person he's holding in his arm.
Time travel is so confusing.
Time travel is so confusing. And that is it. That's all the questions for that round. I'm 100% sure that this time. So we'll go on to the answers. So, question 1. Dick Grayson has had multiple romances in the series. 1 point for each one you can name. You get a point for Batgirl. You get a point for Zatanna. You get a point for Rocket.
What?
Yes.
In the comics?
Yes.
Hot.
And a point for Betty Kane.
What?
I'm guessing comics.
Comics, yes.
I put down soda.
Soda. That's easily worth like 5 points.
Can I get a point for that?
If you can
Can I get a point for being part of
it? Wing at any point in the series or in the comics, by all means.
I think there was a picture she might have drawn at one point. Maybe.
Season 4, you know what to do, Soda.
So,
Know what to
Christina,
do.
how many did you get?
Say what?
How many did you get?
I got 2.
2. Doe?
3.
3? Which one did you miss out on?
The Betty Kid. I knew the Rocket one, but I didn't know that last one was beyond.
0?
2.
2? 2 for 0. Brooke, how many did we get?
4.
4. She got
Wow.
all 4. All 4. Love those comics. And Ariel.
All 4.
All 4 as well for Ariel. Okay, question 2. Name the couples represented by these fanship names. Daniel actually guessed this one.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't guess this one. Okay. Shalom. Christina, what's your answer for Shalom?
I didn't actually remember that one.
Okay.
I remembered it. I think
No?
Zatanna and Robin.
0?
Charlotte and Lanter.
Stupid.
What? Oh, what are you putting? Okay, you just put in the hub. They don't always represent that. Okay.
Zatanna and Robin.
Okay, and Ariel.
Yeah, Zatanna and Robin.
Zatanna and Robin is correct, so everyone gets that at 0.
I didn't get that one.
Okay. Sorry, who didn't get that one?
I didn't get that one.
I didn't get that one either.
Okay, Trot. Trot. How do you pronounce it in that? Trot.
Trot. I would
Trot.
say.
It's basically Trot, but without the dis.
Yes.
Get trot or get dead.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Christina, what do you have?
Why do you always start with me? I guess
It might
Robin
be-
and Artemis.
Robin and Artemis. Doe?
Same thing.
0?
Superboy and Superman. Because that would make me distraught.
Oh my god! Why?
Just try.
Or it's brother, or in season 1, it was dad and brother.
Yes.
Some people ship it. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So, Brooke, what did you have?
Artemis and Robin.
And Ariel?
Yeah, Artemis and Robin.
Artemis and Robin is correct. So 0 is the only one that gets that wrong. The warped mind.
I
Okay.
like Artemis and Robin. That's intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this
I like
next
that
one.
It's gonna be that for the
Now,
longest
did you
time.
guess on this one? Frostbite.
Oh,
Hang on.
I know, but I don't know if he's a character.
Shit.
Who?
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze is a character, yes. And
Venom?
no, Venom's part of the Mr. Freeze and Venom. No, unfortunately.
That sounds so cute.
So, Christina.
I totally guessed, but High School Junior and Miss Martian?
Oh, that's his name.
Doe.
Yeah, I literally said the same thing. Yeah, High School Junior and Miss Marcia. I couldn't think of anything else.
0.
Mr. Freeze and Wolf.
Dude, that's a dog.
Hey! Wolf needs
I'm sorry,
some-
guy in the background, get out of that room now.
Oh my god.
Okay. Brooke, what did you get?
I said Miss Martian and Icicle Jr. too.
Okay. Ariel?
I said Icicle Jr. and Killer Frost.
Oh, no,
Oh.
no. So it's the correct, you all got wrong on that one. It's Icicle Junior and Artemis.
I knew it. I should have.
Because they knew each other
What?
next door. Yeah, because they hanged out because their dads were the same in the same.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I can see that.
Hot. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. I thought High School Junior had a serious crush on Miss Martian, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying something.
I've never watched the program, but Artemis sounds like an absolute slut.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh yeah, we did.
Wait, what?
No, these
Oh,
aren't.
that sounds. I didn't
Sounds,
say
oh,
it.
these aren't real. She hasn't had a relationship with all these
Oh.
people. It's, thank God, no.
I thought this
No. I invited Steph to this. I'm so glad she didn't show.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
No. She's only ever had one true love, and then he died in a unfortunate accident.
He's still alive in my heart.
During that, I will admit that was very saddening for me. I shed a tear. But he isn't dead. Just one tear. I'm a man. Just one tear. But yes, I know how he's alive, though. He is alive. Okay. So nobody got that one right. Okay. I feel sorry. Snabezo. Everyone should spell this out. Write this out, and you'll get it.
I got it. I know it.
Christina.
Artemis and Zatanna.
You had
Artemis and Zatanna.
Joe.
Same thing.
Zira.
I had no idea.
Brooke.
Artemis and Zatanna.
Ariel.
Artemis and Zatanna.
Okay, so we'll teach Zira how this is done. Zira, write down.
Yeah.
N.
Uh-huh.
A.
Uh-huh.
I.
Uh-huh.
B.
Oh, come on.
Lesbian backwards.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that would be incredible. I would love that too.
Yeah.
Artemis.
Yeah,
Everybody likes to ship Artemis with everybody.
Artemis is the best.
Yeah, you're right.
She's like legit my favorite character. She's the best. I love her.
Yeah, yes, I understand your point now, Dan. But also, it's like I can't come up with a lot. I have to research them. There is not a list of these things. I have to look them up and talk to some very strange people.
Well, apparently on fandom.com.
Is there? Okay, I'll search that out for next time. And finally, Bird Flash. Bird Flash. Dan, you took a guess on this one. What did you guess? Dan, Bird.
Kid Flash.
Yes.
The second one. But who do I know that's a bird?
It's in his name. The heroes which
Batman. No.
Is Batman a bird?
Ooh.
Robin.
Yes!
Oh!
Woohoo!
Zara, did you get that one?
No, I did not. I had Hawk. You'll get to my answer when you get around.
Okay, so, Christina, what did you have?
I had Robin and Kid Flash.
Okay, got that right. Doe.
Same thing.
Zira.
Hawkwoman and Old Flash.
It had to be the old one.
Yeah.
Jay Garrick. Why?
Yes, Jay Garrick.
Now.
Not Golden Age Flash, Old Flash.
Yes.
Boomer Flash.
Boomer.
Yes. I like that.
What did you have?
I had Kid Flash and Robin.
Yeah, you got that right. And Ariel.
Same as everyone else.
So, well, not everyone else. 'Cause, oh my god.
See Zara's ships in action.
Don't read my archive of our own account. You don't want to go there.
Oh, hang on. Oh, wow. Wow, that is going. So at the we're still going. Oh no, hang on. We still got more questions to go.
I didn't get any of those ship names right.
Okay. Question 3. In episode Home Fires, how many kids were at the party? Christina.
It's always me. I guess 6.
It's always you because you're the one next to me in this.
Yeah, you're always there.
Okay, I'll start asking other people.
Interesting answers.
It will muck up Daniel's scoring system. He's fine. Christina, how many did you put down?
6.
Joe.
I think I'm really off, but 16.
Okay, Zira.
7.
Brooke.
10.
Ariel.
8.
Oh, you're all wrong. It's 9.
First of all,
I was like, nah, it can't be 9.
I said 16 because Greg is obsessed with that number, and this is the one time it did not pay off.
That's
There
true.
were
I
probably
thought it was 16.
That's true.
In the last quiz.
Yeah.
Who are all the kids?
There's like variety from newborn to old. Though technically there is one person Christina, you might know the answer to this. So is the child with Red Tornado an android as well? Or
I forgot about that kid. I knew I was forgetting someone.
is she a physical person or robot?
She's a real
I
person.
don't know.
Treya Smith. That's her name.
Treya Smith.
I don't know why I remember that because I'm like she didn't
Did
say
you hear
anything.
design?
Like,
I'm so impressed.
actually, yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, because I did designers.
Okay, so I'm assuming obviously she's adopted, but I
Yes.
didn't know if she'd be like a Tornado Junior or something, which I would love to see.
Wait, first of all, Tornado Junior, that'd be awesome. No, but her name is Traya, so Traya Smith. That's her name.
Oh, that's pretty.
I've now got to Google that. That's why I went with numbers because I didn't know her name.
Tornado Junior. Just call her Tornado Junior.
Yeah, but she doesn't have any. Does she have powers?
I think she's just a kid. I mean, I really don't. It's kind of like that particular scene was just sort of full of kids, almost like nods, but it's not like they really delve deep into exactly who they are. So,
Oh, fun fact, we kept calling it home fries while we were working on it.
yes, home fries. Yeah.
Home fries.
Tiffany Chance actually wrote them all down. So you got Treya,
Thank you.
twins, Arthur, Jonathan, Leanne,
Oh,
Lisa.
I was forgetting
yes,
Lisa and
artwork.
Jennifer.
Yes.
That's what it was. I was like, who am I missing? I didn't work on that episode, so I don't remember much.
Obviously, we can't discuss it, but obviously, if there's another few year time gap, you might be doing the designs for certain two female heroines.
Oh,
Again?
I hope. What? Icicle Junior and Artemis were married in the comics? What?
I think they
They
were.
had a daughter?
Yeah, but that's why Greg stated at the beginning when they were making season 1, not the same Artemis as the one in the comics. So this was she was a completely new character. And the first time she makes an appearance in the new comic book line, they kill her in the first issue. Just like, oh God, what are you doing?
Oh, weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems like a waste of a popular
Oh,
character.
they brought her back. They didn't explain why. It's something to do with a plan, but they brought her back. However, after that initial, the hype had gone, sadly. She could have been the next Harley Quinn. Reminiscing about the past. Right. How many kids? So who got that? You all got that one wrong, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
4. How many times did Wally forget Valentine's Day? 0.
0.
Yeah.
Zara.
0.
Oh, would you call it me? Yeah,
No,
none.
zero.
He never forgot it. That's my answer.
Okay. I'm sorry, Christina, see what happens when you go in order?
I'm
Chaos.
telling you, interesting answers.
Brooke, how many did you put down?
4.
Ariel, how many did you put down?
4.
Doe?
3.
Christina?
I just guessed 16.
They haven't been together that long. What?
Years of gap.
Did he die when he was
The correct answer is 4.
Oh,
Wally West.
I should have picked 4.
I didn't feel like doing math.
Hey.
I kind of like the idea people were putting out in the fanship that when Wally forgot at one point, he got Bruce Lee for Optimus. I'm hoping that's true. There is a theory around, but I think that would be a rather good story as an apology. Here, have a puppy. Just to check, Brooke and Ariel got that right. Anyone else? Just Brooke and Ariel. Okay. On to the final question. What members of the Runaways became a couple? 0.
Batman and Robin. I only know stuff about my characters' relationships. I'm sorry.
You should have asked it about Halo. I mean, come on. I mean, she's right there.
There are some questions here on Halo. You just haven't picked them yet.
Okay.
Sorry, Brooke.
I completely forgot all of their names except Virgil, so I said the girl and the boy.
The girl and the boy. There's 3 boys.
Is she right there?
I know that.
Aren't there 3 boys?
Yes, that is a great answer.
Can she get half points?
Yes, we have been doing fractions. So in the last quiz, we will give her half a point for that. Ariel.
Asami and Ty.
Joe.
Same thing.
Christina?
I guess the same thing.
Okay, so that is correct. Everyone got that except for Zero, and Brooke got half a point. Okay.
Because all I know is that Virgil can't get a girlfriend, so he was valid.
Didn't even get one during the series of Static Shock at all.
Gosh, I don't know. But I just remember that one where that episode. It was I think the one that Devastation was in.
Yes.
He was just like, I need to get a girlfriend. I'm like, you should. Maybe if you want one. I mean, I don't know. He's so cute. I feel
a
like
lot of self work and introspection before he can give of himself
Oh,
to a partner.
Okay, I'm saying on Virgil's behalf here, completely relate to him. It is not that easy. You can want and try and search and Google and like date. It's not that easy.
Especially not right now. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, not now.
I auditioned and almost got into First Date on television, but didn't get in. But turns out it would have been cancelled anyway. But it's not that easy to find a girlfriend. And finally, we have the final one. So the round is. Oh, hang on. We've got to give the scores. Daniel's doing the maths. Everyone having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great finding out what I don't know because I don't know a lot.
I'm actually impressed with what I do know.
The circled ones are the correct ones, yeah? Okay. So, so we have in first place with 13 points is Christina. We're in second. In second place with 12.5 is Brooke.
Woo.
Woo, come back.
In third place, Joe with 12 points. So there's only half a point in that one. Oh, I've completely. And with 8 points is Zero.
I had 10. I got 2 that round. Zatanna and Batgirl.
Yeah.
According to my math, but I'll defer to you.
Hang on, you had 6. You had 6 in round 2.
Wait, I think there's something off in this math.
Hang on. So I've got
Yeah, I don't think I should be in first.
To be fair, I had you down as 6 after round 2. Is that correct?
6 after round 2, Zero.
You're
Is that
correct. You're correct.
And then you got 2 right.
Carry on.
So that's 8.
I have a very complicated tallying system and I double marked it. I'm sorry.
I have 16 points.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Ariel should be in first.
Ariel should have how many?
16.
Sorry.
16,
I think
exactly.
pretty much all of those, right, Ariel?
Sorry,
That last round?
because you're not saying,
I missed a couple.
Daniel can't see who's going yes. Or when you say yes, he's going off what your voices sound like. So we have a new updated version which says.
Does everyone else have what they've got?
Does everyone else have what they got? And we'll see if it matches up.
Yes.
Okay, so Dan.
Well, no, I'm going to write
Okay,
it down.
so
Tell them.
no cheating now. Christina, how many points have you got?
I should have 13.
Yes.
That is correct. Joe, how many points have you got?
I only remember that I had I think 8 in the last round.
8 in the last
And
round.
I think I had 1 in the second, and I think maybe 4 in the first. I don't know if that sounds correct. Because I know that last round I did terrible.
He's got you on 12, which sounds correct.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Zero, how many have you got this time?
I have 8.
Okay. Brooke, how many have you got this time?
Is that
I
a
have
giant Z cup?
Yeah.
Rosera, perhaps, maybe.
Correct.
Maybe?
How many have you got?
Yeah, I still have 16.
Brooke, how many have you got?
All right, 12.5.
12.5, yes. And Zero and Ariel has
16.
16.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Ariel beat me.
It'll change real quick right after.
This is the problem with multiple-
Yeah, so
So, yeah, that is correct.
I just missed a tally mark.
He missed the tally
Daniel,
mark.
you're amazing and you're doing an amazing job. Thank you for keeping score.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
20 past 2 in the morning. 20 past 2, guys.
It's too late for you guys. It's just math's at like 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, I don't know.
I'm a dancer, not a mathematician. So,
He's in the performing arts. He's been in tons of stuff, musicals and films. Actually, have you ever been in a film yet, or does that deleted film scene?
I have been in 2 films.
You have been, and a musical. Hang on, which films have you been in?
We're not. It's your Q&A. You carry on.
Well, I'm your brother. I should know this.
It's not spotlight with me. It's Q&A with. Some
Okay. All right. Sorry. So to summarize, 0 with 8, 12 for Doe, 12.5 for Brooke, Christina Sota 13, and Ariel 16. Okay, so we're breaking off from the packs now. Ariel's in the major league, but we still got more to play for. The final round is the show. So
What show?
Mm.
I'm kidding.
The show.
the show.
Where am I?
Paid for.
What year is it?
Okay.
Mood.
Question 1. What coloring error repeatedly happened with one of the team members in season 1?
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat it?
What coloring error repeatedly happened with one of the team members in season 1?
Oh boy.
And I'd also just like to say, don't worry that your scores aren't exactly the same as the others at the end from the last one, because obviously there are differences in how many maximum points you can win. So I will give out a percentage at some point later on.
I'm going to text Zeno right after this and rub it in his face.
Please do. There is some discussions I'd like to discuss with you all after this quiz that I hope you can all agree to, but we'll leave that to the end. Okay, so question 2. Now this one's a bit complicated. I'm not sure Daniel's going to quite like it. For each, you have to come up with the answer, but you can't come up with an answer somebody else has. So you only score if you get a unique answer. Daniel's just gone, oh my God. Okay.
Great.
Name 4 characters who have piloted the bioship. So if everyone were to say Miss Martian, for example, no one would score a point.
Oh, that's one.
How many
Okay.
tries do we get? Do we only get 1 try?
You can get 1 try of 4 characters.
Okay.
Okay.
But there's 5 of us, so someone's not gonna get it.
No, as in you can name 4 characters. Name 4 characters that have piloted the
Spoiler
bioship.
alert, Soda, it's going to be me.
No, not necessarily. It doesn't mean that. I mean, there are more than 4. So one of you could get one that is completely out there that no one knew.
Hmm.
I'm just hoping none of you put down Miss Martian because it's clearly obvious.
But see, you're gonna say that, and then no one's gonna put down Miss Martian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brains.
Yeah,
Ooh.
since you pretty much
Psychological
Said it.
error. Ooh.
All 4 of my answers are going to be Miss Martian now.
Technically, that works. But you'd only score 1. Okay. Have you guys come up with 4?
Yes.
someone with
Yeah.
2.
Ariel, yes. Christina? No? She's really focusing on this.
Oh, I put down 4 names.
You put down-
I mean,
Okay. All right. On to question 3. How many times has Halo died? Specifically here, received fatal wounds. That
I have
would the
Like
death,
definitely would kill him.
and no, your first resurrection 0 does not count because
you.
that's not Halo.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. That's
Okay,
Okay.
so when she's definitely known as Halo by then.
when she first comes out of the grave, from that point, when she's out of the grave from that point, because the first resurrection wasn't the combined of Halo, it was the mother box and whatever her name was. Oh God.
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle, thank you. I know her as Halo so much.
Yeah, she goes by a couple. It's like Gabrielle Dow, then Halo, then Violet Harp.
Gabrielle Croc for like 30 seconds.
Yes, I forgot about that one.
And then Violet Ice Cream.
Yes, yes,
That was my vote for surname, but
yes.
I never get what I want.
Yeah, oh, you have to be specific. It has to be like Violet Choco Chip or something. Choco Mint.
Violet chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yes.
Violet Rainbow Ice Cream.
Oh, violet rainbow sprinkles.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, Nira, did you actually get any say in the amount of times they killed you?
No.
No. You're dying this time, and then okay, you're gonna give us the show. Your foot's just been soaked. You're being burnt alive. Your neck's just been like.
Well, it was really fun as an actor each time to see how I died. Like the one that really like popped my eyes out of my skull was the throat slice at the start of the second half of the season, and doing the was like fun, but like also very intimidating to read in a script. Like, oh yeah, make a throat gargle die sound.
For Halloween, I did a video of the top 5 Halo deaths. Number 1 was number 1 was the burning hands one. I'm because it was sheer shock of I didn't expect that to happen. That was like the first on-screen death we ever saw of Young Justice.
Yeah,
and then it's just like the clawing of the
Yeah. I was always amazed because you read it and it reads pretty horrific, but then to see the art go along with it, it was very intense.
Did you know how many episodes you'd be in? Because I'm guessing like my first episode. Hang on, I'm dead.
I knew that death wasn't the end that first time.
Greg wouldn't do that to you.
Daniel just said that would be so disappointing. Oh, I'm finally in the series. I'm dead.
I know. No, I knew it was gonna be. I knew I was gonna keep popping up through the season, so it didn't worry me too much.
Okay. Okay. Oh, here we. Everyone done? Question 4. What was the first souvenir to go on the shelf in season 1?
Oh,
I know this.
Yeah. I used to know this.
Anybody need a repeat on that? What was the first souvenir to be on the shelf in season 1? And finally, question 5. What was the last official souvenir before Mount Justice exploded? So it was physically put on the shelf.
Sorry, repeat that?
Question 5 was, what was the last official souvenir before Mount Justice blew up?
Question, as somebody who's not seen it, is a souvenir like something they take back from their like trip?
Yes, Dan, a souvenir is something they collect. You're getting intrigued now, aren't you?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Ladies, what episode would you recommend for my younger brother to watch first?
The first one. or the one. What's the one where they're all in the desert having the?
You can't describe it and then spoil it.
I was gonna stop talking.
I think that's episode 9.
That one.
Season 1.
What is it
I think
called?
it's 9.
Bereft.
That one blew my mind. Bereft. Thank you. Yeah. That so good.
I was thinking, the one where it's like, the one with the wrong amount of stars on the American flag.
Sure about that one. I would have to say that there was that one episode, I think it was like 6 or 7, that focused on like Robin and Artemis. That was a good one. I can't remember the title, but yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I think that's episode 12, right?
Oh, was
When
it? Okay.
10? 10.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe. Yeah,
What's
it was
that,
a little bit
Michael?
later.
No, 12 with the cave, right?
Yeah, yeah, the cave.
Pretty sure that's 12.
Oh, okay.
Because that was right before I started.
Michael's trying
the
to tell
first
us
time.
something covertly.
Oh yeah, you can see my face. He's on his phone checking the comments, so I'm just going like this. You
Oh,
can see my
is anybody commenting a spoilery thing? I don't see anything spoilery.
I just
Me-
see the
I
show
think
and the no spoilers.
I will record that one. I think the season 1.
Start at the beginning,
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
You don't see Halo until
No,
season
listen,
3.
As Julie Andrews once said, it's a very good place.
Please
to
just start. Ah.
Season 1 is so good. Ugh.
That'll be a future YouTube episode where you guys we could do a watch party.
Mm.
We could do a watch party of episode 1, or do you want to do episode 1 and 2, or just 1?
I feel like you kind of need to see the first 2 together.
So that's something we could do later. A watch party of episode 1 with guest star Daniel Greenway.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's down for it. Okay, if that's everything, plenty of time. Shall we go on to the answers?
I think you're missing a question.
Pardon?
Question 5.
Oh, it's the last
what was-
souvenir.
Oh, never mind. I just
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm still like trying to remember what it is.
I just guessed.
Okay, so going on to the answers. Question 1. What colouring error repeatedly happened with one of the team members in season 1? It was Artemis's gloves continuously appeared to have fingers and then not be fingerless.
Ah.
I would have guessed eye color.
Yeah.
Always eye color.
I
That's what I guessed.
That's what I
It's
guessed.
always
too.
like they forget the whites of the eyes.
That's what I guess. I wrote Wally West eyes because like
That's-
sometimes because like the blue and the green, like some I don't know if that was actually
Yeah.
like a
Did
thing.
anyone get that right?
Nope.
No? Anyone got that right? No? None of the answers. Okay, so here's the complicated one. Name 4 characters who have flown the bio ship. Now, what we're going to do, Zira, just roll off your 4, and if anyone has those, we will mark them off.
Okay. Forager.
Has anyone got that?
I have it.
Okay. No point?
Nightwing.
Anyone got that one?
I did.
Okay. No,
Wonder Woman.
no she hasn't
didn't.
piloted it.
Dang it.
Yes.
That was a different ship then. And then Violet. Did Halo ever pilot it?
Wouldn't you know?
I don't know. I remember the emotional feelings, not the physical what she was doing.
No, I'm sorry. It was Spear.
Sorry.
Thinking of Spear.
Oh, that was
She has. Okay. Brooke, if you give us your answers.
Okay. Artemis,
I have that.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay.
Aqualad,
Anyone got Aqualad? Okay, so that's a point for Brooke.
yeah.
I have Wally,
I got that one.
and then I have Zatanna.
Zatanna, I don't believe ever flew it.
I didn't remember
No.
if she did.
She didn't. Okay, so you got one with Aqualad, yes?
Mhm.
Yeah. That was outside the Belle Reve prison. I remember that. Ariel?
So I put Artemis and Nightwing, who were knocked out. And then I had Batgirl.
Batgirl? Anyone?
No.
So, yes, is the answer to that question. She has.
And
Yes.
Superboy.
Sorry, my brother's going, why are you looking at me? I'm just off the screen looking at the and what was your final one? So that was, I believe, 1, because somebody else had Artemis down.
Yes, and Superboy.
Superboy. Anyone got Superboy down?
I did.
Okay. So just 1 for Ariel. Doe, how many have you got?
The only one that was different was Robin.
Did anyone put down Robin? No, that's a good point. That's a point for you. And Christina, what have you
I
got?
put Martian Manhunter.
I don't believe he flew. He has his own bio ship, but I don't believe he didn't fly.
It was a total guess. I figured he probably would have at some point.
So Go and Brooke score a point each on that. And
Ariel.
And Ariel, sorry. Yeah.
I'm on it now.
Wait,
He's
did you
up
get
now.
one or two though? Ariel, did you get
I got
one or two?
Just one.
Okay.
Okay. How many times has Halo died? Shall we just ask the one person here who knows the answer off the top of their head, or should we ask everyone first?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be real embarrassed if I'm wrong because I don't remember if it was one number or another. I think I'm in the ballpark.
Okay, so we'll ask everyone else first. Brooke.
I could only remember 6.
Ariel.
I could only remember 5.
Go.
7?
Going the bit. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at least I do hurt so many times. So
Yeah, I
Christine.
put 5.
5.
I put 6.
Name those 6.
Name them?
If
Yeah.
you can.
Totally. So so not the first time Gabrielle was killed, but after the grave, it was the hand burn.
Correct.
Then it was okay. Here's the question: when she gets crunched against the car during training, was that lethal or not? That's
That could
unclear.
have been like a concussion though. I didn't
Yeah,
see
I don't know if
that
you're
lethal.
counting that.
I defined dead as fatal wound, something she would not recover from if she didn't have her abilities.
So the car slam. How did you classify that?
I classified the car slam as something she could survive. Boomerang
Copy.
in the middle of the chest, not so much.
Right. So there's that one. There's the Lobo one is different. That's the gut
the hook.
stomach. The when they're helping Troya out, there's the neck slice. There's I knew there was one every week for the first half of the season, so that's how I calculate. I don't remember.
Neck is related.
Oh yeah. When her neck gets broken. Oh, that was intense.
Yeah.
Then there's.
Have I got a proper position for you?
See, I counted the car slam as 1, and that factored into my 6.
Okay,
I thought I remembered one when they went to the island where
Oh yeah, wait, was
Ross
it the neck?
was.
That was the neck.
That was the neck. You're missing one from Captain Boomer.
Oh no, I counted that.
Did you count Boomerang?
in the chest? Yeah.
Oh, so my apologies. So yes, you have the 5.
But then I put 6 because I thought car slam.
I tell you what, I will split the difference. If you have 5 or 6,
yes,
I will give you points. 5 or 6, I will give you points. Because,
I got that.
so who got 5 or 6? Ariel, Zira, Brooke, and Sota. Christina. And you guess again.
Don't have an imaginary murder scene.
I did. I'm just like I'm like,
thanks for making me relive all that.
Just gonna have nightmares tonight for sure.
I did an episode of my Super Abridged series where I overplayed Halo's death quickly, and then I overplayed the South Park. Oh my God, they killed! And then your head snaps back, and it's oh, never mind. So I made this tiny little episode of Abridged of summing up. So yeah, you should get paid extra every time you die.
Your lips to Warner Brothers ears.
Yeah, definitely.
Hazard pay.
So on to the next one. What was the first souvenir to go on the shelf in season 1? Zero?
Red Tornado's butt.
Oh my God. Brooke.
I told you something interesting.
Oh, dear.
Sarah, I love you. That's weird.
I may not be pronouncing his name right, but Amon, whatever you said earlier, his head.
Amazo?
Amon's
Amazo?
Yes, thank you.
It is not Amazo.
It's not Amazo. It's not Amazo.
Ariel?
Okay.
This is a total guess, but is it like the hood of the guy from the Cult of the Cobra?
No, that wasn't the first one.
Oh.
Doe?
The thing is, like in the first episode, they were. I can't remember his name, but it's that robot, like the head of that
Well, that's
robot.
what Brooke was saying.
But it wasn't Amazo. But that's the thing. It's like it's not Amazo, right?
Oh.
No, yeah, because it was a different dude. He had like a scarf, and he was red.
Was it
It
Red
was-
Tornado?
It was not Red
Oh
Tornado.
no, it was the other guy.
It was that other guy. I don't know his name, but that's
It was
what.
in episode
Christina,
4.
what's your eye? What's your guess? I just accidentally asked.
I just
No, what's your guess?
I
I can't
guessed
remember.
Cheshire Sigh.
You got what?
I said Cheshire Sigh.
No, it's not that,
Nah.
unfortunately. The correct answer is Stick's eyeball from his robotic stick that was inside Mr. Twister.
That's what it is, Mr. Twister. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
Okay.
Megan crushed
Mr.
it.
Twister. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Although the official, like they say the first souvenir was Superboy. Superboy was the first souvenir, but you can't really put him on the shelf.
Mm.
Checkmate 30. Thank you for saying Zero wasn't even that far off. I appreciate the support.
And finally, the final answer for the final question of this round and the quiz. What was the official last souvenir before Mount Justice exploded? Zero.
Kid Flash's dignity.
It was in a bottle, and they put it on the shelf.
So we're just going to have your joke section. This is a joke answer. Or maybe I ask you these questions in beforehand, and then you can we'll have you guess what you were trying to guess the question for. Brooke, what did you have? Brooke?
I couldn't remember. The only thing I remember is I think Beast Boy was the last one to get
I was
it
the
because
same. I
remember
couldn't
him
remember what it
going
was, but I was pretty
to-
sure Beast Boy had it.
I
The
just
Beast
remember
Boy
him
one
saying-
was the first episode was the smell of the sewer, so that one didn't kind of count. Ariel?
Yeah, the same. All I remembered was Beast Boy saying souvenir. I don't remember if you put anything.
Yeah,
up.
it was in
Joe?
the first half, but it wasn't like the sewer.
For some reason,
something
I don't
like
know.
Kid Flash, like Bart.
Yeah,
so that wasn't the last souvenir.
I don't know. I mean, I put down Chesure's mask because I thought that was one of them, but I just couldn't remember.
That I
what it
think,
was.
yeah, it was one of them.
Yeah.
Christina.
Oh, I thought it was something with Beast Boy. That's all I remembered.
Well, you do remember Beast Boy was there when they got it. It was the Krolataean sash that Miss Martian tore off of the Krolataean after brain blasting it.
Oh, I knew it was around that episode. I didn't know what it was though.
And then they all blow to pieces.
Yes.
So we'll just do a tally.
No, can they just confirm? I'm pretty sure Joe got one in that round.
Yeah, one.
Sosa got one in that round.
One. Yep.
Brooke got two.
Brooke got 2.
Zero got 2.
Zero got 1.
I got 1.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks for looking out.
I think you should get a point for all your humor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ariel got 2, right?
Ariel got 2, yeah? Yes, Ariel got 2. So maths time, does that half a point make the difference?
Yeah.
I've had an amazing time, ladies. Absolutely brilliant.
I want to see a face-off between Ariel and Emily.
Yes.
So that's what we were planning this time. We were gonna have a relationship space off, which she would beat me in, but she's graduating, so she couldn't make it. But another time for sure.
What do you mean beat you in? You got all of them right.
No, Emily. No, Emily's on a different level.
Emily's like insane. I was like,
All of them. Everyone at the well. Yeah.
Ariel. Okay, so drum roll, please. In last position with 10 points, it is the lovely Zero.
Yay! I'm so happy to
Yeah.
be included. It's an honor.
But MVP of the game.
Important question. Did she do better than the guys though?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I think I definitely
definitely.
Please tell me I did better than Lopez.
Oh, they got bragging rights may happen here. In last from second place was Doe with 13.
Yay!
13. I'll take it.
In third place it is Christina with 14.
Solid.
And in second place, proving that she has a right to be here and is a good Young Justice fan, Brooke with 14 and a half.
Yay! In the middle of a tornado.
In the middle of a tornado. And of course, this leaves the amazing Ariel Horn with 18 points.
Honestly, I would have been disappointed if you didn't score that high.
I think percentage-wise, you did better than Emily overall because there were more chance. I think it was out of 23. It was like way of like 6-7 points from what she got right first time. So I'll do the maths on that tomorrow. It's 2:48 here in the morning, so we'll do that tomorrow. But thank you all very much, and well done, Ariel, and thank you, everyone. This has been an amazing time.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for setting everything up.
So yeah, this gives us plans for coming up. We can do a watch party with Daniel at some point. Unfortunately, I don't know enough cast members to do a round 3. Actually, I don't know enough questions to probably do a round 3. That is getting very difficult. But if I would like to, I will need help on this. I'm going to do a Snyder thing here. How do I drop my own screen?
I don't know.
Give me a second if you're all watching.
You just got rid of them all.
Okay, how do I do my own screen? This one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How do I show my screen on the video? Is it that button?
I've never used this software before.
Oh,
This one here.
ah, yes, that one.
Right. Should we bring them all back? Here we go. They've all come back now.
Except
And
for there's there.
There we go. So I'm going to do this.
Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
We are
hello.
Okay, so
Whoa,
Christina,
what's that?
I would love to do this, but you might need to help me out on getting some of the names.
Oh my god, I boarded that part.
What do you think?
I love it. Yes,
So I
we're
was thinking
seeing this.
if we could have Cyborg versus Cyborg,
Oh,
And we-
I would watch that.
a Robin versus Robin there. But again, this is where I completely respect their actresses and actors as the people. I can't harass them on this, so this is something I would love to do, possibly for Comic-Con. But I would need some help on that. But in the meantime, we've got some viewing episodes we can do with that, Daniel, and I'm sure to contact everyone for future events. There we go. Thank you. But yes, that's it. Quiz version 2.0 is over, and amazing time it was. So
Yes.
thank
That's
you,
what
everyone.
Sarah's answers.
I'll be here all month.
Yes. Red Tornado's butt. That was my favorite.
Not my best work, but I'm gonna keep.
I want the rip track
working on it.
version of the show through Zara's
Oh,
eyes.
Eric just sent me a tweet.
Everybody, be safe. Wear a mask when you
Yeah.
can. Stay safe.
Oh,
Take care.
One moment. I don't think Eric managed to get to watch it, but I'm sure you'll be having bragging rights in a second. But
Oh,
yes,
good.
thank you everyone for participating. I've been Dark Superboy. This has been a video on Young Justice. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, let hope burn bright. Bye.
That's the Mars. Yeah, that's the Blue Lantern way. It's great.
And we are